What is happening? Hope everyone is doing well. We have a Starbucks Grande Blonde Latte. I want to chat about automate, delegate, remove. Today, I want to chat about mindset. Today, I want to chat about becoming a lifelong learner. Today, we are talking about sales processes. So we're going to entitle these live sessions, Coffee with Cody. Good day. Hope everyone's doing well. How is everyone doing? Live inside of the Studio PTBO Marketing Hacks group. I am live on a few channels. I want to say thank you for tuning in. It's your first time tuning in with Coffee with Cody. We actually have these uploaded to iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music. Really, the premise behind Coffee with Cody is to really help equip entrepreneurs with mindset, knowledge, and really just provide massive value around personal development, marketing, branding, just really quick to the point conversations about how you can help grow your business in the online space. So really what I want to chat about today is something that is near and dear to my heart, something that I've been thinking a lot about, something that I really believe moves a business, moves an organization forward. And it's having a clear vision, having a clear mission, and having clear values for the organization. So I want to tell a story. I want to give you my background and how I've kind of come to learn a lot of this. It's been this really understanding these three elements has really been a learning journey, really to identify what it is I want the business to do, what the mission is, and really who we are as people. And I think that, having personal values is something super important. We're going to get into that. But having business values, having something that really your team can attach onto, I think is something that's super important. And it's really, I feel, has helped progress me through life, but also has helped progress our company forward. So first time tuning in, I want to say thank you. I want to chat today about mission. I want to chat about vision. I want to talk about values. And really more than anything, something that I've been thinking a lot about lately, because we've chatted with people like Richard Petty in the past, who talks about a company with a clear mission and a clear vision. He's the guy who ran Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment, former CEO. He's done a lot of other things. We chatted with him and read his book a while ago about leadership, and he chatted about a clear vision and mission in that podcast. And it's really ruminated with me over the last couple of years. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're unsure of how to essentially create a vision, create a mission, come up with values, highly recommend reading the book Traction by Gino Wickman. That's really essentially allowed us to really bring things together and really understand. There's so many different books on vision, mission, values, but I think as you grow an organization, what I've seen with like guys that we've worked with and business owners that we worked with is that when you have a clear vision of where you're headed, you have a clear mission on who you're going to help, and you have clear values, it essentially just makes things a lot easier. And people follow that. And that's really been the thing that I've been learning. It's been a learning experience. And, I don't know about you, but have you ever felt as an entrepreneur that you're just spinning your tires? You're like, I feel like I understand where I want to go, but I'm unsure. And that's really my story. It's like, I felt that I knew where we were headed, but I couldn't put to words what it was we were trying to accomplish and what we were trying to do, because I didn't actually take the time. I was so in the weeds of doing everything that I wasn't focused on high level things of like, how do we move the organization forward? How do we move the company forward? And today what I want to do is I want to share with you Studio PTBO's vision, mission, values. And then what I want to do is really help you understand how we formulated these things and how, by you having a clear vision and a clear picture for where you're headed, having a clear mission and having clear values in the organization as you grow can really help you grow in the online space, and not even the online space, just internally as well. When your team knows where you're headed, when they have a map, and coming back, a lot of what we do with Coffee with Cody is talk about essentially the things that I've learned from all the entrepreneurs that we interview on the Studio PTBO podcast. On my whiteboard now, we had Bradley on the podcast. He said there's 5 M's, and I want to go through these before we get into vision, mission, and values, about having a clear mindset, having the mindset of where you're going to be headed, having the map, having emotions. So what are you doing on a day-to-day basis? Are you measuring? And then what are you doing with the money that you're making as an entrepreneur, as a business owner? Are you reinvesting back into your team? Are you reinvesting back into yourself? Are you getting the education that you need? I've invested thousands of dollars this year into really just into other business coaches to help us, accelerate our growth. And I wasn't able to do, the only reason I was able to do that is because I've just sat and I've listened to so many great entrepreneurs, and we just continue to do interviews with entrepreneurs, and I'm picking up nuggets along the way. And this is something that I picked up literally a year and a half ago in an interview with Richard Petty, but we finally just really honed in on where we're headed. So Studio PTBO vision, Studio PTBO, we challenge the status quo. We do this by becoming a company of achievers, innovators, leaders, and mentors. Together, we're building a full service digital agency. I think that sums up where we're like kind of the vision of like kind of the company that we're becoming and who we want to be from a high level macro. It's like, that's really our like our why, like, or like, you know, what's the big 10-year picture? It's like, I want everyone in our organization to be achievers, innovators, leaders, and mentors. And really at the end of the day, I want us to challenge the status quo. I don't want us to do, like, there are things that you could do in your organization or in your business as an entrepreneur that are really tried and true practices, but it's like, how do we as an organization challenge the status quo? How do we push beyond the limits, you know, to be this quote unquote agency out of Peterborough, Ontario, 100,000 people, but how can we become a global agency working with clients all across North America and across the world? And that's really been my vision, is to draw attention back to Peterborough. And I know that Neil, my business partner, and Nora, my other business partner, echo that sentiment of like, can we be this, you know, boutique style agency and draw attention back to Peterborough, because we work with clients all across North America. And that's really been the vision. And it's been cool to see that vision played out and continually play out on a daily basis. And really, you know, the vision behind the organization and the vision behind any organization, what I really believe a good vision looks 10 years out or 20 years out, and begins to look at, you know, how, like, what is the big macro picture of where we're headed as an organization, and to be able to effectively communicate with that with your people, I think is so important. And even on the weekend, I posted this in our Slack group channel about, this is where we're headed as a company. This is our vision, like, you know, constantly pushing the boundaries. And I feel like the more you communicate that vision, the more people attach onto that vision, and the more people step up because they see the future. They see where you're headed as an organization, where you're headed as an entrepreneur. And the more people can buy into where you're headed in a long-term macro. Like, I even look at the company that I worked for Best Buy. We had a 2020 vision. You know, we're in 2020 now, but when I was working at Best Buy, their vision was Best Buy 2020. And we had core values, and we had key indicators, key performance indicators about like what 2020 looked like for the organization. And it was something we were working towards on a daily basis. And it was a vision for where we were headed. And I think that people need that. They need to know that as a leader, you as an entrepreneur, you as a business owner, where are you taking these people? You know, they're employees, or they can be contractors or whatever, but where are you going? And I think that, you know, good company culture is created around communication on where you're going. And that's just something I've learned over the last few years. And again, this isn't myself. I didn't teach myself this. This is a combination of learnings that I've learned over the past couple of years, like through Best Buy, through different organizations of like interviewing. But I think a clear vision communicated is something that I find that I've really lacked in, but we're getting better at communicating this vision about where we're headed, how we're pushing forward. And the more that we communicate that vision, the faster I see us go, because people are looking towards the future. It's like, we're still a startup. We're drawing attention back to Peterborough. We're challenging the status quo. We're becoming a team of innovators, of leaders, of mentors, of high achievers. And together we're building a full service digital agency. And what I think, this is where we really struggled over the last couple of years. Like, have you ever struggled with, like, what's your mission? Like, what are you trying to accomplish? It's like, sure, you're a painter, or you're a digital agency, or you are an accountant, but what's your mission? Like, what it is that you do? And I think that this embodies, I feel like we put this out, like we've put so much content out that we haven't really sat back and actually like really identified, or me personally, I haven't really identified what our mission was. And really recently we sat down as partners and we really said to each other, what is our mission? Like, who do we want to help? Like what at the end of the day, what is the core focus of the actual organization? And what we came up with was something that we've already communicated, but we didn't internally communicate that well. And like, I love this. And this is something Neil put together, kind of words. And I really firmly believe this. And I think that the more that we communicate our mission, and the more that you as an entrepreneur communicate your mission, the more that you're going to attract the right types of people to work with your organization. And our mission here at Studio PTBO is we help to equip passionate and energetic entrepreneurs and business owners with marketing and mindset knowledge to help build, grow, and scale their business online. Very firmly believe that. Like when Neil said this in our meeting the other day, when he said to me, he's like, we want to work with passionate and energetic entrepreneurs. I was like, holy crap, that greatly defines the type of people I look to help. And that, for me, it's like your mission should give you fulfillment. It should give you a sense of purpose. It's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you contributing? And I think everything we do as entrepreneurs really comes back to contribution, like in some sort of way or another, whether it be employing people, whether it be the larger altruistic understanding of contribution. But I think everything that we do as entrepreneurs, as business owners, those are the types of people I look to work with. It's like, if you as an entrepreneur, you feel like you're passionate and you're energetic and you really, you want to challenge yourself with mindset. I look at the best clients we have, they're passionate, they're energetic, and it perfectly identifies the type of people that bring me energy, that generate energy for me, that allow me to really give back even more to help them get to where they want to go in their organization and their business. So having a clear mission, like, again, the more you have a clear mission, the more that you have a good understanding of the map, like where are you taking your people? What's the vision? But then beyond that, it's like, what's the mission? It's like, this is the vision. This is what we're going towards. But it's like, who are we helping and who are we working with in order to get to fulfill the vision? The last thing is values. I think that this is something that is overlooked in a lot of organizations, especially in the small business community. It's like, what is your values? Like, I find that whenever you have an underperforming employee or you have an underperforming person on your team, if you can bring back to living the values, and I think that Best Buy, when I was there, embodied this so well. We did weekly check-ins, which we just started implementing even in our own organization with all of our staff. Just this idea of like, what are the values? And it's like, when somebody isn't living the values, you can come back to those core set of values. It's like, that's how you create performance management, is through these values. I'll give you an example of our values. We have 6 values. I put 4, but we have 6 values at our company. One is over communication with clients and each other. The next is the ability to be a creative with accountability. So obviously within our organization, we want to be creative, but there has to be a sense of accountability with that creativity. The next one is to show respect, humility, integrity, and positivity, to work with like-minded people, to put our clients first by delivering the best possible work, and have fun while being the best. And it's like, if we can do this, if we can live these values, and as soon as we do something that steps outside of one of those values, it's like you have key performance indicators. You have KPIs that say, when somebody is not living the values or they do something that doesn't fit well with you, it's like, come back to your values and come back to your mission and say, hey, hey, Jimmy, we chatted last week about this. And what I'm really seeing this is great. And this is something I've learned from other mentors. Again, like everything that I do with Coffee with Cody, just to come back, is not like, it's pieces and nuggets that I've learned over the last little while that, again, I hope this helps you. I hope this provides massive value to you. But really the goal behind this is like, when you look at your values and you're then doing a performance review, or you're doing, whether it be weekly or monthly or yearly. If it's yearly, it should be that. I do recommend doing at least monthly. But when you sit down and you have these conversations with your people, you can, and they're not living the values, you can come back to be like, you did this, and you can attach it back to one of your values. It's like, Jimmy, you did this, and it's like we know that like whatever this was, you weren't showing respect, humility, integrity, and positivity. So it's like, how can we live our values? How can we what is the action plan that we're going to take in order to actually live this value because this is a value in our organization, and these values play into our mission, where we want to help entrepreneurs and passionate and energetic entrepreneurs really with mindset and marketing knowledge, help them build and grow their business. But when you don't live when you're not living the values of the company, it plays into how we help entrepreneurs and business owners grow. So really at the end of the day, I just wanted to jump on here really quickly and just chat about when you can have radical clarity around your vision, your mission, your values, it creates a massive amount of momentum in the organization, because everyone, rather than working in silos, everyone starts to work together. And this has been something that we have been working on for a very long time. But the more that you have unified values, unified vision, unified mission, the more that you communicate that, things begin to work together seamlessly, and you begin to bring things together if there is division in the organization. And I've seen this at a high level. I've seen this within our own organization, with our own business. I've seen it at Best Buy. We had this 2020 vision, yet all your managers working towards the 2020 Best Buy vision, the Be Amazing program, all these different programs that made Best Buy the organization it did. Look at the ways, like if you have a corporate background, look at the ways that your organization and your corporate background operated. And I highly recommend taking a lot of those key principles and implementing them in your business, like the daily huddles, the weekly meetings, the weekly check-ins. There's a reason these organizations do these things. They do these things. The reason that they communicate on a consistent basis, their vision, their mission, their values, is because it holds their people accountable. It pushes It pushes us forward as entrepreneurs. And we all know that the more momentum that entrepreneurs have, and I really firmly believe this, the more momentum that we have, the more clarity, the more radical clarity we have about where we're going, the quicker we get there, and the quicker our team bands together to get there with us and pushes the vision and the mission forward. So I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're having a great day. Hope this all makes sense. If you have any questions around vision, mission, values, any books, just throw me a message in the comments below. Throw me a message in a private chat. Be happy to recommend some books that can help you clarify your vision, clarify your mission, clarify your values in your organization. I hope you're staying safe out there. Once again, thanks for tuning into the episode of Coffee with Cody. We will see you soon, and enjoy the weather out there. It's nice out.